Good morning, my dear students. I am welcoming you all to the Department of Pharmacology on the behalf of my HOD, Professor Shunali Mukherjee, and rest of our colleagues. Myself, Dr. Chandan Chatterjee, will take you through the sojourn of pharmacology so that you will become a competent clinician and a very good Indian medical graduate. Now, pharmacology is a kind of bridging subject which bridges between the preclinical subjects like anatomy, biochemistry, and physiology with the clinical subjects like medicine, surgery, gynae and obs, and pediatrics. This subject itself depicts what it actually means. So, pharmacology can be divided into two halves, the pharmaco or pharmacon and logy, that means the logons. So, pharmacon means the drugs, and the term drugs are coming from herbs, whereas logy or logon means science. So, the science which deals with drugs is known as pharmacology. In pharmacology, we have defined drug as per WHO definition. So the definition says drug is a substance or a product which is used or intended to be used to modify or to explore a physiological system or a pathological state for the benefit of the recipient. So as per this definition, the drug like chloroquine, which treats malaria, is a drug. A drug like, substance like paracetamol, which is given to suppress fever, is also a drug. Even a blood, which is given as a blood transfusion to treat a case of severe anemia or a disease like thalassemia, is also a drug. Now, what is medicine and what is the difference between drug and medicine? Medicine means the drug which is available in the proper dosage form and it is added with some additional substance so that it remains stable. So it is not the crude form. So actually medicine means the drugs plus something else, and this something else can be adjuvant, it can be excipients, or it can be the combination of all these things. So drug, excipients, adjuvants in the proper dosage form and in the proper dose will make medicine. Medicine has a particular dosage form. It can be oral like tablet, capsule. It can be injectable, have injections. It can be liquid like syrup, or the medicine can also be given in the, as I said, in the injectable form like IV drip. Now, the drugs can be used for various purposes. It can be used for diagnostic purpose like barium meal, barium enema, which are the dyes given to diagnose a case of peptic ulcer. It was previously done, nowadays it has been replaced by endoscopy. The second one is you can use this drug for preventive purpose. Very common example is vaccine. All those vaccines like polio vaccine, measles vaccine, the vaccines like your DPT. So all these are given for preventive purpose, and hence these are preventive drugs. The drugs which are given for cure of the particular disease, like mostly we are giving drugs for that purpose, are drugs like chloroquine, drugs like something like ciprofloxacin. So these two drugs are given for the treatment of malaria and typhoid respectively. So basically the infective lesions are the curable lesions, and we can make assure of the cure by giving this kind of preparations. So that is another form of drug. Those are given for curative purpose. The last one is drugs which are given for maintenance. That means the disease is not curable. The disease will be under control. Something like hypertension, where you will give antihypertensive drugs and the patient blood pressure will be under control. The problem like diabetes mellitus, where the patient is probably getting insulin and patient will getting insulin throughout their life, but the disease will be under control. So that is the kind of maintenance type of therapy. And sometimes we are using drugs to just give relief from the symptoms. Like if you are having headache, body ache, you don't know the cause. It can be from fever, it can be from any kind of inflammation, but you are giving paracetamol tablet. In brand name it is called Calpol, Crocin. So you may have consumed it in your life. So these type of things are basically suppressive form of treatment. So all these ways you can design your treatment with the help of different drugs. Now, if we try to classify pharmacology, I would like to classify it into 4 types, and I am making it understandable and easy for you. So the first thing is the pharmaceutical, where we are also not very sure of that part, because these things are being taught in pharmacy. So that part is called pharmaceutical, where you are preparing the drug. That means you have to know the organic chemistry, different components, and these are happening in vitro outside your body. And as I said, this is being done by the pharmacist, not by the clinical pharmacologists like us. We are basically going to teach you the part which is coming afterwards. So once this pharmaceutical part is complete, that means the drug is prepared in the proper dosage form. That means basically you are getting medicine. The medicine is given, whatever may be the nature of route of administration, can be oral, can be injectable, can be parorectal, can be sublingual, that means under the tongue. It is administered, the drug is undergoing disintegration, and then we'll come to the next part, that is called pharmacokinetics. And by the term pharmacokinetics, we mean what body does to the drug. That means someone is coming from outside and the insider is behaving in a manner with that outsider. Whether it's in a friendly manner, whether it's not an unfriendly manner, it is depending on individual to individual. But the basic parameters which the body follows are called absorption. We'll discuss it later on. The distribution, the metabolism, and the excretion. And if you take the initial part of all these, then it calls A, D, M, and E. You can abbreviate it as ADME. So the pharmacokinetic means what body does to the drug, which includes absorption, distribution, metabolism, and excretion, and it can be abbreviated as ADME. So in the next part we'll try to see what drug does to the body. That means what the outsider, the foreigner, is doing something inside your body, and for that it requires some kind of chair or a certain kind of thing with which it can bind. So the drug actually requires something like a receptor, and by the term receptor we mean a macromolecule which is usually protein in nature, and after binding with the drug it will show some kind of action in your body. So that part is called pharmacodynamics. So this part, pharmacokinetics and pharmacodynamics, are the pure pharmacological part which you may not require in the future part of your life. the thing you require and you will carry with you at the end of the session and at the end of uh, your internship, and when you will become a doctor or a medical graduate, and that part is called pharmacotherapeutics. So in physiology, you know what is the normal thing in your body, and then the deviation from the physiology is known as pathology, which you will be taught in the second year. And then how will you intervene that pathology is known as pharmacology, and when you will apply the drug, that is called pharmacotherapeutics, and that will give you the effect of the drug as well as the side effect. It's a very layman's term. In clinical term, it's called adverse drug reaction of a drug. So by the term pharmacotherapeutics, or with the help of pharmacotherapeutics, you will be one step ahead as a competent clinician. So these are the basic four parts of pharmacology, and pharmacotherapeutics can be blended with pharmacodynamics. You can say that pharmacotherapeutics is a very integral part of pharmacodynamics, but obviously some part of pharmacokinetics is also attached with that. So thank you so much for your kind attention and for this introduction of pharmacology.